Alright, we're going to solve every car, truck, and vehicle to the glory of the great I Am in this video. Well, look at what God has ordained for the glory of His name I Am in cars, trucks, vehicles, and vans. Very famous words, obviously, and tons of them on the roads. Well, look at how they all parallel I Am with offsets of 3's to glorify the Trinity at large. Cars, obviously the most simple one. The first 3 letters of the word sacrifice, okay, and sacred. There's your I Am, okay. Your famous 23, the great I Am, and then R is a very famous offset of 3 being 666, okay. So cars for the I Am, trucks, very simple. T plus C equals 23 I Am. This divides by 3, this divides by 3. In fact, you have 30 plus 39, which equals Jehovah perfectly, triple I Am. So cars and trucks, I am, offset 69 divides by 3. Vans, very simple. There's also that famous brand called Vans Clothing. VA right at the front equals I am, 23. This equals the famous the, equals amen. There you go, all vans solved. Airplanes, similar design. I started with the word planes, felt the Lord say to me that I should read airplanes because now the A comes along to provide the offset perfectly. So airplanes spelled just like this is I am plus 72. Offsets of 3's. Vehicles equals I am holy. And there's finding 20. So there you go. All vehicle names that are very famous have been solved for the glory of the great I Am in this video at this current exact date and time. And so we got this revelation that shell equals the I Am. This is so cool because there's so many animals that have a shell. And this word came to me actually as I was walking down the path by the park, and it was a snail shell. There was a snail on the path sliding his way along, and I recognized that I Am is in the word snail, but shell is one of the most beautiful ways that God has ordained to make His name the I Am, because the THE is literally sitting right there at the front of shell, offset by a single point. The T and an S differ by 1, and that is unlocked perfectly by the fact that the double L is exactly 1 point higher than I Am at the back. Okay, so shell equals the I Am. And then I'm amazed at how the word clam shell is a very obvious double for God's great name I Am, because just one of many examples, because the AM of course equals the AM, and then all these letters in the front divide by 3. So the word clam parallels I Am. It's I Am plus 6, and then we already solved the word shell. And then I got this flood of words that as I was meditating on outer coverings of the animals, and then of course us people, we have skin. Look at how all these words are offsets of beautiful 3's to the glory of the great I Am. Human skin, or animal skin, also known as a pelt. Human flesh, okay, or an animal hide. Okay, all of these parallel I Am with offsets of 3's. So very, very cool stuff that we are solving for the great I Am, and just having our eyes opened to His perfection in all these words in world history. And then various car names actually have been coming to me recently. We know GMC equals I Am. Acura is a very fun one. It's screaming out I Am in a very symmetrical way. You can do it 2 symmetrical ways, which is really neat with Acura. Okay, there's one way to get your 23, 21 plus the 2 A's. That's perfectly symmetrical in the car make Acura. And then here's another way that's perfectly symmetrical. Okay, bang, just like that. And the whole thing parallels I Am because I Am plus 21. And then BMW, yes, in 3 letters, parallels I Am. BMW equals 38 is I Am plus 15. In fact, there's the famous W I Am right on the very end, and then this is your 15 points right there. But I like the fact that it's a tidy 3 letters, just like GMC. Equals 23 I Am. Okay, I believe with all my heart God is sovereign. God uses these vehicles for His glory and His purposes. If He wants you to drive a GMC. I had another crazy one come to me the other day. The word Buick is a double I Am. I'm not joking, and it was like a beat-up sucker, but if God wants you to drive a beat-up Buick, then that's what He wants you to drive. You know, you probably need the, well, just the fun, maybe, humility perhaps. There's your double I Am, 23 right there, and 23 right there, sitting in the word Buick. BMW, 3 letters, pretty obvious one. Acura was gorgeous. That was neat. Have to see that one. GMC is glaring because it's 3 giant letters that are on the front of all these school buses in particular around here. Like, school children need to know this, because where I live in Langley, BC, Canada, all of the school buses are made by GMC that I've ever seen. So on the front of all the school buses is literally God's name, I am, just sitting there for all the children to understand. And the offsets are perfect. An I differs from a C by 6, an M equals an M, and an A differs from a G by 6 in the opposite direction. So it's just perfect. GMC, General Motors Corporation, equals I am. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention 2 occupations. 3 occupations, in fact. There's 3 things you can do as a person. An engineer, a roofer, and a player, like on a sport court. All of these equal I am love. Here's your love, and the rest is I am. Okay. Very, very beautiful. And designer has a similar glory package. This, in fact, equals Father. I am, but engineers, I am love equals Christ, just like the word roofer, just like the word player. Okay, just like the word chimney. This Father's on top. It's so cool. We've been solving everything. Engineers, every roofer in the history of the universe, all chimneys, and it's pretty awesome. Roofer equals chimney equals Christ equals I am love. So now we're solving vehicle brands, and it's all very neat and tidy. Yeah, we solved the school buses. Acura, Buick, BMW has been solved. Parallels I am, and it ends in W. The brand Mercedes-Benz actually just came to mind. That works nicely because we know that Benz parallels I am. Mercedes is very obvious because Mercedes divides by 3. In fact, you get this triple I am wrapping around the C. Very obvious, the triple I am in Mercedes. Here's an RE, I am, and then here's an MEE, I am, and then the DS is a third I am. And then, lo and behold, this provides another, this equals God, of course. 21 plus 650. Very nice. The overall offset from I am is 96. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so God uses all of these things for His glory. Now I know that Jaguar equals Father, and you can see the 23 in there too, very nicely like that. It's fun just going through famous car brands and picking them off and doing a study on all of them. Toyota, that's an easy one. Okay. Fun. Oh yeah, so speaking of famous animal parts, oh yeah, the bill, the lips, this is so cool. And what does beak add to? 7 plus 12, 19. Oh yeah, that's right, the first 3 letters is I am. And then human lips. Oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful one. I can't believe I didn't preach on that. See, this is so cool. Like, I am speaking with my lips. People kiss on the lips. Lips equals the I am. Like, bang. And yeah, the grade 56. Lips. And I know that mouth equals Christ, and you can find mouth equals Christ, and equals I am love. So both of these parallel I am. Mouth equals Christ equals I am love. Okay. Equals the word power. Remember the word power equals Christ equals I am love. Okay. That's so cool, though. This is all, you start to memorize this information, as you should. This is really good, worthy homework. I'm just meditating on the word tongue. See what else we can scoop up in all this. So I just want to spend a little time on the word lips here. Let's see. Yeah, so the PS contributes 35. fascinating. Let's just spend a little more time on this. Let's say the I is the I. Yeah, this is really cool. Then an L differs from a single point, from an M. An S differs from a single point by a T. Well, that's cool because those are the bookends. And then the P obviously differs from the rest by 2 points to provide the overall offset. That is very fascinating. Cool. Okay. Very neat. Lovely. Shell. Okay, what else will we solve? Interestingly, station parallels I am as well, like a gas station. That works nicely. Shell, the I am. It's like the word beach. It's a fascinating study. Okay. Anything else we might like to solve right now? I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. GMC. On the front of buses. It's fun solving major car parts. Like the wheel starts with I am, we know that. This is so cool. The wheel. There's your I am, and then this is pure 3's 30. And then how about the word pedal? We know that's very critical to any vehicle. That's I am plus 15. Can you pop off the 15? Perhaps, although I'm not seeing it. I don't think you can, that's fine. It does in fact parallel I am, just like the word wheel, which is fascinating. If we add more tiles and talk about the gas pedal, now that's I am plus 42. Pop off the SD. Pretty sweet. Alright, fun stuff. Fun stuff.